Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, from where you are. Hey Dawn, come on in, guys. How do you hear me? Is the volume good? Just give me a quick thumbs up. Natalie, yay. Oh, Canada. Hey, welcome, Natalie. Come on in, guys. Millie Joe, Michelle, Luann, Zelda, Wolfman. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to all of you, Molly. Laura, Dawn, oh, come on in, all of it. Great. Thank you, guys. My sister Ludmila's here. Michelle, Winter Fresh from Ukraine. Just watching all of you come on in, it fills my heart and fills my joy to be able to, because, we have expanded to become such a family. It's incredible. Look, this is a kind of an improv live Q&A, but kind of feel that we are family, and we have to do things. Hey, Debbie, Florida in the house. Hey, by the way, guys, before we get into the show, before we go into Q&As, I have a special. I wanted to say, but please let me know. Like, I'm going to be start doing events. I'm going to start traveling, and I want to meet each and every one of you. So whenever I'm in town or wherever you are, especially you guys, you are my backbone. You guys support this platform. You allow me to do what I do, and I want to meet you guys, sign your books, just to get to know each other, because I feel like we've become such a big family. So I'm going to be traveling around the country. We're starting the campaign soon. So I just wanted to make sure and shout that out to everybody. But while we're getting, you're in DC, Winter Fresh? Oh, definitely. I'm in DC all the time. I'm going to be Melbourne. Laura, Melbourne is not that far from here. We could, I'm going to be doing events definitely. So, Colorado, Molly, I'm probably going to be going out definitely. Colorado, out west to California. So, Debbie, St. Cloud, shout out. Eagle, you finally called me. You always work. You see, well, you see today. Well, today I'm glad you called me, because today is a special Q&A today. Because tomorrow, folks, and we all know that is Mother's Day. And what I wanted to just share with you is I want to take a moment today before I take the day off tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to take the day off with my incredible wife, our kids, to wish. I want to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, peaceful, meaningful Mother's Day tomorrow. Because I want to share with you, because for me, Mother's Day has always been one of the most important days of the year. My mother, Jana Parnas, was one of the most important people in my life. Probably the most important person. She shaped me. She loved me. She fought for me. She believed in me when others wouldn't. And now that she's gone, Mother's Day feels a little different. It's a little surreal. It's filled with love, gratitude, memories, but at the same time, sadness that, really never leaves you. That's the thing about Mother's Day. For some people, it's a day of joy. For others, it's a day of grief. For some, it's both, exact the same time. So today, I wanted to say this from the bottom of my heart to each and every mother out there. Happy Mother's Day to every mother, grandmother, stepmother, mother-in-law, foster mother, adoptive mother, single mother, expecting mother, every woman who has stepped into that role with love, sacrifice, and strength. And as I always wanted to send love to those who have lost their mothers, to those who are missing someone tomorrow, to those who have complicated relationships with their mothers, to those who are grieving a child, to those who wanted to become a mother and couldn't, to those who are spending the day alone, to those for you, this holiday is not very simple. That's why today I want to let you know you're not forgotten. We're here, we're with you. Because Mother's Day is not just about flowers, it's not cards, it's not a brunch, it's about love. It's about sacrifice. It's about the people who carried us, raised us, protected us, taught us, in many cases saved us. It's about women who held families together when everything else was falling apart. So tomorrow, I'm going to spend the day with my wife, our kids, because to me, that is sacred time. My wife is incredible mother, and watching her love our children reminds me every day how powerful, how selfless, and how incredible mothers are. So, but before we go into tomorrow, I wanted to be here with you today. I wanted us to have a special pre-Mother's Day lunch conversation, be together, reflect, remember, celebrate, honor all the mothers, all the women, all of the love that brought us here together. So tomorrow, wherever you are, whoever you are with, whoever you are missing, I hope you take a moment to breathe, take a breath. Remember, love conquers hate. And if you're a mother still here, give her a hug, call her, tell her what she means to you. And if she's gone like mine, speak her name. Jana Parnas was my mother's name. Remember her voice, carry her with you because a mother's love does not end when she leaves this world, stays with you forever. Ah, so it becomes part of us. I'm sorry I get a little emotional, folks, when it comes because my mom was everything to me. So, but we're all here together, and that's why I don't know if you guys watched yesterday my a show I did with Ellie and Jessica Danson and Zev. If you guys don't get a chance, definitely go watch it because you know one of the two things I speak about, and I think the most important thing. Thank you guys so much for blessing her memory, and I love you guys so much. Thank you. Uh, is the way, and I'm going to be talking a lot about it. Not today because today we're gonna make a happy day, but starting Monday, one of our main missions is going to be to exploit, to talk about Donald Trump in a way that nobody talks about him, that people normalize him. They said, "Hey Jay, come on in." They started normalizing him basically to, it's okay for him to say the things he says. It's locker room talk. It's just Donald Trump saying it. But the one thing that I think a lot of people are missing, and we're going to shine a light to it, is that Donald Trump, the Epstein files. We call them the Epstein files, but we could very surely call them the Trump files. I mean, Donald Trump is in those files, the second most name that is mentioned in those files. Donald Trump is a convicted sexual predator. Donald Trump has been, yeah, I mean, he said it in his own words. He comes out, talks about that he can do whatever he wants. But for some reason, the media has normalized it. Politicians are normalizing, and that's why we're seeing this attack on women's rights. That's why we're seeing these, attack on everyday abuse. Because a lot of people don't understand. They say abuse. They think abuse is only physical abuse or sexual abuse, mental abuse. But going out there and when you're the most powerful man in the world, and you're insulting somebody in front of the whole world, in front of millions of people, that's major abuse. That's psychological abuse. I mean, you could talk about as much as you want, but that abuse and the way he is attacking right now, still able to get it on the podium out there and insult female journalists just for asking the questions, and the fact that it's being normalized by the press that as basically just some kind of a press release or some kind of, and then they move on to the next thing. I think it's foolish. I think it's wrong, and that's why I'm gonna discuss a lot of it and keep emotion on it. Also, I'm gonna make sure the one thing that we're definitely gonna talk about that a lot of people just use it as a press release is what's happening with our elections. I talk about it every day. The one person's name we don't mention, Tulsi Gabbard. We'll keep talking about her. We saw what happened in Virginia. They literally just took away the people's votes, took away your voices, our voices. We went out. They have states that they're going, putting it in and doing whatever they want without basically taking a vote, like Texas and other places. But here in Virginia, people came out, voted, and said, yes, we want these, they took it away. So we're going to go into a lot of those things and discuss it during the week. But today I wanted to take this time that we have together to do a couple of things. Uh, this is your time. So I want to thank you for all the things you do. I want to thank you for being paid subscribers. I want to thank you for staying supporting me in all the ways you guys do. Quick little announcement. because a lot of you have been asking some of the changes to the platform. For you, only more and more positive changes that are going to be happening. So mostly everything is going to be you guys are going to get everything. Subscribers, paid subscribers are going to get everything, but free subscribers are not going to get the same content you guys are getting because uh, we're a different platform. There's a lot of journalists out there. There's a lot of independent journalists. There's a lot of corporate media journalists. There's a lot of pundits that have opinions and some of them have good opinions. There's a lot of people, the historians out there, and that's why Substack is a great platform for people to go and choose who they want to watch. We're different, and that's why there's nobody on Substack like our platform. And unfortunately, the past several months, we've been basically thrown into a group of independent journalists and stuff like that, which we're not. And because of that, we were ending up competing basically with other independent journalists and others that are corporate media and all of this stuff, but I'm not here to. That's not who we are. So I want to make sure, and I want to differentiate us from everybody else, and make sure that people are not just going out there and playing games and are able to get the information out. And it's only going to get bigger and stronger, and a lot more content. Those of you have noticed that Nick Parrow is now joined our team, and so we have a lot more technical support. I'm expanding to a lot more platforms. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, uh, what's it called, Instagram, everything, all of those I'm going to be going on, but it's all going to be to basically drive traffic to Substack, because Substack is our home. Substack is our family. Substack is where I'm going to be for you, for all my paid subscribers, going to basically get everything, give you everything and all the information inside out possible. Oh, sorry about Toothpicker. About yesterday, something's going on with Substack. For some reason, it got off yesterday in the middle while we were ending our live, and we're figuring out what the technical parts. We reached out to Substack, but you guys, I put it out there, so you guys have it. If you want to go watch the ending, the last 10 minutes or whatever. That I don't know where Substack got up yesterday. Definitely go because for all the paid subscribers, you have it. We're also you have an archive uh, and all and all of that. It's way past time. You thought what went too far? Is that a question, or am I getting? Do you have okay? So let me do this because I see maybe you guys are getting into your conversations, and I don't want to get into a conversation. Let's do this before we go forward. Do you guys have any questions? Because I know a lot of you reached out. Happy Mother's Day, Kay. Thank you so much. Uh, uh, if you have any, I know I put. Okay, so let me step back. So couple of things we're going to do. First of all, because today is Mother's Day, I would like to bring up for the rest of the show to spend with me as a special guest my sister. You guys know her, Ludmila. Let's get her up here. Where is she? Okay, that's the first thing we're gonna do, because she's gonna co-host today with me this special Mother's Day. Because Ludmila is the mother in our family now. She's the matriarch. She's the hey, my love. Hey, Luda, how are
Hi,
you?
my angel.
Hey,
How are you?
how are you? I'm good, good.
So happy to see you. So happy to see everybody. And when you were talking about our mom, my heart is palpitating. And I can tell you one thing, that you should know she's always with you, because for you to have your election at her birthday on
That's
August
crazy.
18th,
That's
it's
crazy.
next
A
to
lot of people
impossible.
don't even know. A lot of people don't even know that our primary here in Florida, my congressional primary is 8/18, August 18, and that's my mother's birthday.
It's
So yeah,
unbelievable. Can I just say, congratulations to everybody, to every woman who is a mother, who is going to be a mother, who has nephews or nieces. It's such a pride to be a woman, because today we make things happen. We make things better. And I would like to congratulate and appreciate each one of you and send you my love, my respect, and my admiration to each one of you.
That's right, Jay. And Jay, to all the mothers of our little pets out there, because they're our babies also. So for all of you that have your, because Luda has her little baby there with her, that she would. So our pets are our children, and we love them so much here. So shout out to all our pets. I have two little furry ones over here. So that's why I say we have when Mother's Day in our house. It's crazy. It's a big day. We celebrate. We go all out, right, Luda?
We
And
are.
we're blessed. Yeah, we're
But I
blessed
would
to
like,
have each other.
may I talk about something because
Go ahead, of
didn't I
course.
didn't
Today is
I didn't have a
everything.
chance to talk to you about something that I've been admiring it from the back door, and you know that you're my baby. We have 10 years difference, and I feel like I'm a grown woman and I always care of you and I loved you. And for the past month, I've been watching you. I've been watching you, listening you, giving your speeches. I am completely overwhelmed with pride. The way you connect with everyone, the way you are sharing your truth, you make me proud. You
Thank
make
you.
me proud. You make me believe. And you know what I see, my angel? I see that people are ready to hear you.
And
They're
listen,
ready to hear you because I see the way they respond to you, the way you make them understand, the way they actually start to follow you, your vision. It makes me so happy. I honestly believe, my love, that you're going to make the difference. And you know what?
we're all gonna make it as a team.
For
We're gonna.
anybody who is listening, I would like to say something. Your support means the word.
That's
Your donations, my friends, are going to make the difference. I know my brother, God bless you, my brother, what he is doing, what he is trying to do. No words can describe it, baby. I am so proud of you, and I feel like I would love to scream to the whole world. I
you
love
are.
you.
I
I
love you.
believe you. And I just know,
Thank you.
baby, with you in charge, with you as our leader, things are going to happen. And I'm
Well,
so, so proud of you.
I love you. Thank you. I did not. Thank you. It's your day. It's not my day. This is your day. It's.
I just,
Let's let. I love you. Thank you
I
so
just,
much. People don't know
don't
we
know. Go
how
ahead.
close we are, and we haven't seen each other for so long because of the work and everything that's going on. So it's like we're having
I'm
we're,
bringing my
we're
love to
this
you
is-
on the long distance. And we are very close as we
uh,
are. I mean, we are, I mean, so close that I do not even imagine my life without you. I love
and
you
I
so
don't.
much and I'm very proud of you. And I would like to wish Svetlana, this woman is a rock to our
She's
family.
yeah,
And I want to wish her the best because she is amazing. She takes care of
amazing.
you, she takes care of the kids, she takes care of the world because we are there to help the world. So she's taking care of the world through us.
Yeah. I tell a lot of people, they say behind the good man, there's always a good woman. I say, no, the good woman is in front of the good man.
That's
It's us
right.
because people don't know, it takes time, and that's why I teach my sons also. And I try to teach them that because, and that's one of the things I wrote about in my Substack and that I'm going to put out later today is how what Donald Trump is doing the fact that he could stand up there and insult women in front that is what it kills two things in our society for the young girls that are watching it puts such fear into them because they're scared because they're saying this if the president of the United States could insult women and do it it's taking us back and for the young men out there it's giving them an
Wow.
excuse to be able to do that. And then we sit there in the society and say that why are these young boys imitating these Tate brothers or going after, are treating women like that? Because they're seeing it, and it's not day one, they're seeing it from the top down. And that's why it started
Very
when
sad.
they came. Yeah, it started when they came and took, Roe versus Wade. That was the beginning. That's when everybody should have. That's when everybody had their thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to our family. Come on in. But that's when they took Roe versus Wade and took away abortion rights for women. People don't even talk about it.
Unbelievable.
People don't people. There are women in other places of our country, in the United States, that can't even make decisions for their own body. I talk about with my daughter all the time. I talk about it's crazy, and this is the world we have to live in now. That you wake up in the morning and you have to speak to your kids. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, but you have to give them one side of the story. Why the president of the United States just went off and abused and called this female reporter because she asked a regular question, start calling her names and all of this. Like, so now you have to explain to your daughter why is that okay. But now, if you have a son, you have to also explain to him why that's not okay. And here's the president they say. So now this is we as parents are put into such a. That's why that's one of the things why I'm going to be writing this letter later today. But I think it's an extremely important topic on Mother's Day, and something that's happening around it is the how far and how quickly women have lost their rights, their voices, and how our next generations, how important it is that we put a stop and we scream out loud. Because think about it, anybody else in this world, anybody to do what Donald Trump does would be either convicted, would be thrown, shunned, whatever. Anybody, it doesn't matter. Anybody. Why is he getting away with it? The Epstein files. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files more than anybody else there. Oh, there's he. There's your baby. You did look at her, baby. There.
Look at the sweater we have today. Look at the
Oh wow, I love it with the little hearts. Where'd Peaches go? I Peaches we fight because Nathan, my son, that's his baby. He won't let every time Peaches comes to me, he
you
takes her
remember
away.
you remember the song You're my everything and nothing really matters that the Lord.
Okay, that, that's the love we have. So, guys, let's do this. We have a couple of things. Luda's gonna stay up with us. You're gonna be my co-host today for a
I'd love
special.
to.
Okay. Anybody wants to come up with us? Please put in the chat. Luda, if I don't see it, tell me so we can bring up.
Okay.
This is your day. Anybody want to come up? Say hello to anybody. Any message? Anything. Just come on up. It's your day. So we'll do that. In
Nancy,
the meantime,
Nancy said, I love you, Ludmila. I love you, Nancy.
lots of love. In the meantime, I'm gonna go look through some of the questions that you guys have been leaving me through my DMs. I've been looking, and while we're seeing who wants to come up, I'll answer some of your questions, and then once we do that, I have quick little story time with love I'm going to do with you, having to do with the elections, why it's important. We'll do a special. It's not long, it's special, but we're going to enjoy it. I think it's something important of the message, because I think the number one message today is not only love, care for our mothers, women, making sure their rights, pass it on to that, but also our elections, because the only way we'll be able to stop this craziness. The only way we'll be able to get back the rights that women lost. The only way we'll be able is through our elections. So that's why those two things go hand in hand, and that's why to me those are the most important two things. Even though there's a lot of things going on in the world that we could talk about and pick. So while Ludith, let me know if anybody wants to come up. Let me see. Let me go through your. Let me
Okay.
see the questions that we have here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, well, we had a question just like we said. What are you most worried about right now, folks? I just told you right before I even started saying to you, number one thing I'm most worried about right now is what's going on with our elections. It's what's happening with the basically not what you're seeing, what we're not seeing. And I'll talk about that for a quick second because what you're seeing is terrible. You're seeing places like Texas, you're seeing places, other things, to be able to go out there and not vote. Not, let Florida, forget about Texas, Florida, Ron DeSantis, do away with state constitutions and basically not hold a vote for the people, but go ahead and gerrymander, redistrict to a point where they're taking away many seats. And then you had what happened in Virginia, where the vote, people came out, people voted, people wanted to redistrict. And what happened? The GOP state Supreme Court came out and said no and wiped out the vote of the people's voices. So that is why that's my biggest concern. And that's what you see. But now let me tell you what you don't see, which is even more concerning, which is playing out behind the scenes. And that's some of the things that I keep screaming and making loud. You have an investigation that is being opened, that has been opened up right now by what's his name, Todd Blanche. About 8 months ago, it was originally opened up into Brennan, John Brennan, the ex CIA agent, or ex CIA head of the CIA. So this investigation was dead in the water until a few weeks ago when it was reopened, and it was reopened down here in Fort Pierce, Florida. Now, why Fort Pierce, Florida? Is because in Fort Pierce, Florida, who do we have as the judge? Judge Eileen Cannon. I don't not gonna have to explain to you who Judge Eileen Cannon is. She's Donald Trump's judge, basically, that has been rewarding him with every decision. Another thing also happened. Simultaneously, they appointed a special counsel. That special counsel, his name is Joe DeGeneva. For those of you that don't know, most of you do know by now, Joe DeGeneva is, if you read the book, he's all over the book because he was part of my BLT team. He was Donald Trump's most loyal inner circle, him, his wife Victoria, me, Rudy Giuliani, and John Solomon. Now he is a special counsel. The one thing I could tell you about Joe DeGeneva is I could tell you that he will not stop. They have enough already conspiracy theories and things that they're going to link into to be able to go out there, and you're going to see indictments coming from 2016. People are concentrating on 2020, 2024. We're talking about that. And while simultaneously you have Tulsi Gabbard, who you don't hear about. And what is Tulsi Gabbard doing? Tulsi Gabbard is putting these links together to be able to give Donald Trump a national security risk assessment so he could come out and federalize elections in certain states. That is my biggest fear. And that is my biggest worry. So, and one of the things we're going to do is we're going to, keep our voices up. That's why keep, most of you already registered to our Congress, calls for Congress at proton.me. But we also, Nick is putting together the Levy Members website now is going to be completely redone. It's not only going to be just for merchandise, but it's also going to be a full website where you'll be able to go on there and see all the different movements that we have going on, all the different petitions we have going on, all the different important announcements, where I'm going to be, how you can register. It's going to be our communication portal. And very important that once it's up, I want each and every one of you to make sure that's the first thing you do is you go to leverymembers.com and make sure that you sign, put your email, make sure that we have a connection. The why I'm telling you this is because you never know. One day you could wake up and Substack will not be Substack anymore. One day you could wake up just like we woke up one day, Twitter, remember? Twitter, we woke up and it became X overnight. And once that happened, what happened to the
Yes.
platform? No, no more independent voices. No more. It became a far right leaning, what's it called, platform. So, not that I'm saying that something's going to happen to Substack. I hope it doesn't. But you know what? We're in a position right now where we need to make sure that we get to the finish line and make sure 2026, because they're going to try. We're not going to be able to stop them for not trying to rig the election. This is what I want everybody to understand. Let me step back, Luda. This is very important, I think, for everybody to
Yeah.
understand. A lot of people are saying, we're going to stop them. Our voices are going to stop them. That's not the only thing that's going to stop them because they're using a lot of different tactics to rig this election. It's not just one thing. This is why I keep screaming it's important. they're they're using ICE agents to come out to intimidate. They're using executive orders to be able to stop mail-in voting. They're using the Save America Act that he's trying to push that in 23 states has already been implemented to make it much harder for voters to go without identification. All of those things are not going to change. I don't want to give you some kind of hope. But what will change, and the one thing they can't stop with all of this, and that's why, is to make sure we come out in droves, that we come out in such a powerful voices and so strong on election day that no matter what they try, no matter how they do it, they will not be able to take away because the strength in our voices and simultaneously continue doing what we're doing right now, speaking out and doing everything. But that's going to be where the main, we're gonna come together is if everybody comes out and makes it because the just exactly Victoria said, just like in Hungary. Think about it. That's a great example. They look what happened in Hungary. People came out in droves. They did everything to try to steal the election there. Even worse, probably because they were already communists. Hungary is that'd be exactly a great template, And I'm going to put that in my memo. Thank you guys because you guys are 100% right. I love it. You see what kind of community we have here. You guys listen. You guys, you know what you're talking about, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what we need to do is we need to do like Hungary. We need to come out in droves and droves and droves. So in the meantime, anybody want to come up? We'll go to the next question. If not, guys, don't be shy. Come on up. Say we love you.
Every time I talk to you, I feel it's a hope. I feel it's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know.
Luda, I swear to you, it's like today we are. I think there's some kind of there's. I feel that because the next question it says here, it says, "What love? What gives you hope right now?" I can't. You can't make this up. I'll show you the questions. It was what first question. What are the most things that you're worried about? Oh, John wants to come up. All right, let's get John up here. Actually, John is running for also Congress. Let's see, John. Let's get John up here. Hold on. You know, this is John. Do me a favor. Type something in this so I could see your message, so I could hit on you. Because unfortunately, I don't know Substack log. Oh,
It
there you
says
go. Here you go.
Gian Liccione. Yes.
Yeah, I got you, John. I got you. I got you, John. Come on up. You are the next contestant on Love
The
Remembers.
price. Oh, the price is right.
Remember,
Hey guys.
John. Hey, John. Come on up. You're the
Hey.
next contestant on the Love Remember show.
Hi.
Hi, John.
Hi,
How are
Lev.
you?
Hi. I'm great. I'm great. I got
First of all,
I got some breaking news in the election
oh,
integrity domain.
yeah,
Um,
please share it
I
with us.
yeah. You know how Mark Elias he filed a lawsuit up in Tallahassee challenging the DeSantis map, right? Well, he beat me to the courts by like 9 hours, right? Because that night I filed my own lunar protection racket, anti-map lawsuit down here in CD13 in Pinellas County. It's focused like a laser on stopping the map's implementation right here in Pinellas County. And I call it the Bring Our Voters Home, Leave Pinellas Alone campaign. And so I took about $420 out of my Social Security check and filed this lawsuit. And it's a laser focused lawsuit on Pinellas County, where Mark Elias's lawsuit is like a broadside shotgun statewide, right? So if you can imagine,
That's great
um,
work, John.
you know how that judge in Texas implemented the mifepristone nationwide ban? One judge in Texas. Well, one judge in Pinellas County, where we got hit by two back-to-back hurricanes in Luna in 2024, and Anna Luna threw us all under the bus while she's up in New York, in Manhattan, cheerleading for Trump at his trial. You remember when she was back up there doing that?
Oh, of course,
Well,
of course.
right. She threw us all under the bus, especially our South Pinellas County beach towns where I lived. I used to live in Gulfport. Now I'm up in Dunedin, but I lived it. I was running for mayor of Gulfport, and I learned all about this tidal basin scandal about false substantial damage inspections and claims they were filing with FEMA, and they were screwing people out of their homes. They weren't substantially damaged. They were filing fraudulent damage claims, and if unless they're really wealthy people, they can't rebuild. So they gotta walk away. And Luna did nothing about that. I call it the Titlegate scandal. And
Are
so
you running? Are you running against Luna?
I'm not. Well, I'm running in the primary for the opportunity to run against Luna. So I'm running
How many?
against like
How many? Who are you running?
seven.
How many?
uh,
There's
I'm
seven
running
people in your
against
primary.
seven Democrats. Last I checked, it used to be 10. And we've got here um, about 30 days, a little over 30 days to the qualification date, and I'm trying to raise the qualification fee, which is about $10,500 between now and then. I don't have the backing of the DNC. I don't have the DNC controlled PAC money thrown in. So I
Oh, I
really
know.
need your support. And I just like you, Lev. I think it's just like you, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
so for those guys that are online, go to johnforpinellas.org. That's John F-O-R, johnforpinellas.org. Donate what you can. And I just wanted to inform everybody that we got two lawsuits statewide, laser, broadside laser focus, and that it's been in the hands of the judge for about just a little over 4 days now, which means I haven't lost yet. So
That's that's
not
right. That's a
losing is
good thing.
win, right? Not losing is winning, and
What 100%.
right. So whatever you can do to help with that, Lev, and your crew,
Well,
we
well.
really need to get
Mhm.
together and fight this together.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things we're gonna do, I know I've been promising you to get back to you. I just been putting my own team together, but I'm gonna have some of my people from my campaign manager reach out and see whatever we could. Definitely, I'll come out there. Maybe we could do a rally together and help you whatever I can because I understand exactly what you're going through, and we need more anti-establishment people. We need more people like yourself that are ready to fight and they're not like, just think about it, folks. This man just took out money out of his own social security fund to be able to go file a lawsuit on behalf of the people. Not billionaires. There's no corporate funding, and that's why I go out there. Definitely, everybody support John. John is a great guy out there fighting every day, and we're gonna definitely get together and do some stuff here in Florida and help each other out. So,
All right.
John, thanks
All
for
right.
coming up, brother.
Oh,
We'll
one
stay
more
in
thing.
touch.
One
Yeah.
more thing. So I was at a campaign event the other day, and
Uh,
I happened to run into this guy. Um,
you
well, I don't
already
know
got
if
me.
you could.
I don't have mine made
Oh,
up yet.
here it is. Here it is. So I ran into Alex Vindman, and he endorsed my campaign sign.
Oh, look
All
at
right. All
that.
right.
I love
That's
it.
Alex Vinman. Now I have a picture of me and Alex holding up the sign, and then he signed it. He hasn't endorsed me yet. Somebody gave me crap about that at a Democrat club meeting the other day, but he has endorsed my sign, and I'll take what I can. I'll
That's
take what I can
something.
take.
That's something.
I'll take it. I got no money.
Hey, hey,
I got no APAC money. So, um,
hey,
and so
hey.
I'm fighting the fight, the election integrity fight, both on the gerrymander side as well as on the election records fraud side. So I got another lawsuit against DeSantis and the Sixth Circuit State Attorney here. They're all corrupt and they're covering up election fraud from the last
Oh,
election.
I
So,
know. Believe me.
I
That
got
what
two prong.
what? I'll do this. How about this, John? Let's do a little special. I want you to stay up here for a second,
Okay.
since you're talking about election fraud. Can you? I see an echo. Can you make sure I hear myself? Because I think you're on the computer. Do you guys hear the echo?
Yeah. Let me turn off and talk. Turn. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep looking
Well.
at my big screen and I should be looking at the camera.
Yeah. Look at the camera.
So,
I know. I still hear the echo. There's
really.
still an echo. Yeah.
All right. Let me take maybe it's the headphones
Take
and the
yeah.
microphone.
Take that
Yeah.
because I'm gonna go. I will do story time with love right now. So this way,
Yeah. Okay.
I want you.
Okay.
You'll be listening. Yeah. Let's. Do you hear us? Do you hear us, John?
I
Okay.
got you.
Perfect. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Look, Paul already donated, John. Thank you, Paula. Paula takes it,
Oh wow!
for yeah. You see
Thank
that?
you.
You see that? Yeah, we have an incredible community. We are just everybody up here is just incredible. So, guys, my wife just came in and she was and looking at me like this. So I got 15 minutes, in 10 minutes maybe. That was like my
Hey, tell her
sign.
I said
Hey,
hello. Tell
I
her I said
definitely
hello.
will. I definitely will. I'm trying to bring her on for her to say hello to you, but she's camera shy. But we'll get her on here because once we start running for the campaign, that's what my campaign manager said. Svetlana, are you ready? She said, "Ready for what?" She goes, "I'm not.
I'm
I'm not
sorry.
running."
I'm
She
sorry,
goes,
love. You tell her. You tell her the camera loves her. The
Wow,
camera
"Thank
the
loves
most
you,
her.
thank
beautiful
you."
woman, trust me.
You know, the first time I ever saw her was when she was escorting you out of the courthouse in New York, and
she,
I was like, man, that's a guy that punches above his weight. I love that guy.
no, and it's so much beyond my way because her beauty is truly inside. I mean, when
Well,
people get to
you're
know,
blessed. You're blessed. Yeah.
I am so blessed because she has raised six incredible kids. My daughter, my seventh, was a lot older, but she raised six incredible kids, and Aaron is one of them. So you could see that is her work. I was running around traveling. She was at home making sure that and Aaron is a great example of that. So God bless
Yeah.
But
her.
like we say in Rush, what you put in, that's what you get out.
Yeah.
You made the
Exactly.
children, now
Yeah.
you could see what you have, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, if she's got any
Hey,
Ukrainian friends,
Yeah.
we got we'll bring you down. We'll bring you down here to Florida. We
thanks.
got you got to come down South Florida.
Oh, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there. I got my beater
All right.
car. I think it can make it.
There you go. There you go. We gotta get you to the rallies. So yeah, I am
Right.
truly blessed. And but so for we're gonna go. This is for those of you that have the book. It's chapter 25. So if you have the book, grab your copy. We're gonna read chapter 25. If you don't, just sit back, relax, and basically, chapter 25 is called "How Do We Win an Election." And there's a reason we say how we win an election because there's another picture here. This is an election about Ron DeSantis. As you can see, me, Rudy Giuliani, Ron DeSantis. This is 2018. This is exactly what John is talking about, the corruption. Before I go on, there's also I'm going to show you some more in the book. As you can see, there's pictures of actual text messages that I'm going to read to you that are also in the book between DeSantis, myself, and Rudy Giuliani. So here we go. Priority number one for me as the midterm elections approach was to get as many mega Republican elected as possible. I feel like it's PTSD because now I'm trying to get as many Democrats as, as possible. but this was the 2018 midterms. This was, think about it, 8 years ago, folks. 8 years ago. Uh, Amazing. All the while, I was campaigning hard, particularly for this guy named Ron DeSantis. I even brought in Rudy Giuliani to help. The two of us would tail DeSantis plane all over the state and attend his events, usually with Giuliani as a featured speaker. And if that wasn't enough, DeSantis texted me to encourage Giuliani to come out publicly against his Democratic opponent at that time, Andrew Gilliam. A lot of you might not remember, but that race was won by like 1,000 or something votes. It was a very close vote, and there's reasons for it. Giuliani was soon the targeted. Gilliam was soon the target of several accusations, including that he had personal email software with taxpayer money, he had reimbursed the city, that his treasurer had received a government contract that he had fired, and that he obtained tickets to a Broadway musical, Hamilton, from an undercover FBI agent through his brother, which he said he simply received as a gift from his brother and then asked him where the tickets came from. Of course, all of that came from our side because we were the ones that were putting it into the information. One of Gilliam's oldest friends was his campaign treasurer. His name was Adam Corey. Do you remember that guy named Adam Corey? Do you remember, John? Adam Corey?
No, no, that doesn't ring a bell.
Well, Adam Corey was his campaign manager, and he was Gilliam's oldest friend. He's the one that came out and turned on him and came out and testified and said that he took those Hamilton tickets. They went back to their days together at Florida State. But see, some friends are closer than others because my partner at the time and his lawyer, Harry Sargent and Christopher Kise. For those of you that don't know the name Christopher Kise, he was Donald Trump's lawyer here in Florida, and Harry Sargent is the gentleman that runs all the Venezuela operations right now happening in Maduro. Maduro used to call him his grandson, and he's Delsey's partner. So these are the people. I'm just connecting some dots. Here you go. They were also Florida State alumni and of alumni. Sargent also had employed Corey for years at his company, International Oil Trading, while little convincing Corey came out and told us about Gilliam. So just folks, so you understand what happened is basically on the night of the election, I take you back to 2018, uh, Gilead, that story broke. A story broke about how his campaign manager came out and basically made accusations of Gilliam taking Hamilton tickets, and and he then disappeared. The media couldn't get a hold of him. Gilliam knew who it was, but he was powerless to stop it. Gilliam came out and said, I had a trusting relationship, and I felt like I allowed people around me who were acquaintances of his because I trusted him. Gilliam told a reporter for the Tallahassee Democrats, and it appears that if these guys were here for an investigation, that the only way they got to me was by leveraging my friendship with Adam. Sensing his vulnerability like a shark smelling blood in the water, we poured it on. I remember texting Ron DeSantis, hey, Ron, I'm going to have Rudy do a tweet about how crooked Gilliam is. DeSantis replied to me, Lev, he needs to hit him hard on his scandal. Tell Giuliani he can say, as a prosecutor, this would be an impeccable case, and etc. I gave him more than he asked for, a lot more. Because about a week right before the election, we had Donald Trump put out a tweet, not Rudy Giuliani. Donald Trump tweeted, in Florida, there's a choice between a Harvard Yale educated man named Ron DeSantis, who has been a great congressman and will be a great governor, and a Democrat who is a thief and who is a mayor of a poorly run Tallahassee, said to be one of the most corrupt cities in the country. See, back then, people didn't know that I made the introduction between DeSantis and Trump.
Oh my
DeSantis back
God.
then was,
Oh my God. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
that you didn't know that?
No.
Adam Putnam was the leader. Adam Putnam was the agriculture committee. He was supposed to be. He was the front runner. DeSantis was down 45 points, folks. 45 points. DeSantis came to me at the Trump Hotel. Let me read on, and it tells about here. Sensing his vulnerability. Okay. Oh, so Trump. We had Trump do the post. The president kept it up the next night while appearing on Fox News. Trump said, "Here's a guy that, in my opinion, is a stone cold thief, and his city, Tallahassee, is known as the most corrupt in Florida, and one of the most corrupt in the nation." Trump said. The FBI offered him tickets at $1,800 apiece, and he took them. He took a trip with the same FBI agent. I guess he was posing as a developer or something. The man was stone cold, took his stuff. I don't even think he should be allowed to continue in the race. Folks, this was a week before the elections while Gilliam was projected to win. Even with all our help, DeSantis barely squeaked by Gilliam with the tiniest of margins. DeSantis took 49.586% of the vote compared to Gilliam's 49.191. Just think about it. How far Gilliam, how things would have been different if the corruption would have been exposed. And that's why the corruption now needs to be exposed. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I tell everybody this book, you have no idea about the truth. Days after the election, all charges against Gilliam were dropped miraculously. Just think about it. Right after the election, the next day, all these accusations, the FBI, the tickets, they were all dropped. Why? Because it was us that put them on there. Of course, both Trump and Giuliani accused the Democrats. I remember that the Trump and Giuliani accused the Democrats of cheating in the election, blaming Hillary Clinton despite her party's loss. But years later, after I became a well known name, many prominent Republicans, including DeSantis, hastened to say that they even knew who I was, or even that they ever met me. But my mountains of evidence, like photos and videos, not to mention hundreds of personal text messages and emails, made any long term denial impossible. When pressed by the media, DeSantis' office said that he had probably met me at some kind of event in 2018. He didn't. When it eventually came to light that I had contributed to his campaign, DeSantis backpedaled unconvincingly. This is a guy that, quote, DeSantis said about me, that this is a guy at RNC functions, Trump victory functions. He was a lot of these things. He stuttered. This guy was viewed as one of the top supporters of the president in Florida. He's talking about me to the press. And so it was just like any other donor, nothing more than that. The thought of that still makes me laugh. I was so much more than just a donor or supporter at the time. And I thought we actually became friends. In fact, we had not only met several times before that Zoe event, we each knew each other well. I was a key contributor to his political success. DeSantis' blatantly ridiculous claim that he didn't know who I was laid bare on election night. Not only was I front and center at his campaign party, but pictures show I was the very first person DeSantis hugged and kissed. He literally hugged and kissed after he won his election. This is right him coming off the stage, literally the first person he came up to hug and kiss. After he was sworn in, DeSantis wanted nothing to do with me. He texted me, the guy who had worked so diligently to get him elected, and told me that because of the media, we could no longer be seen in public together. Still somehow believing that DeSantis was actually is still, like he said, we're boys. DeSantis all of a sudden just started returning my calls. I thought he'd be a good governor. We all had all those ambitions and plans, but all of a sudden, once he became governor, he didn't have time for me like others. Even now, DeSantis is not someone I hold in high regards, obviously. I understand the denials about him knowing me, but after experiencing an insider's look at how DeSantis flip-flopped on issues like cannabis, is going to ridiculous length to get elected, and not caring who he used or lied to, you can never respect or forget the policy, forget the promises that DeSantis was all about one person, Ron DeSantis. On the same night DeSantis won Florida, Sessions lost to Eldred. That was Pete Sessions. That's a loss in Texas. I wasn't exactly heartbroken, but we won one, we lost one. At the time, I believed that I'd won one and lost one, but it's important to remember that the reason why Ron DeSantis became governor of Florida is because of a little plant called cannabis. And the reason why I say because in the prior, we'll read this in the prior section is, well, I'll just give you a heads up. So Ron DeSantis came to me, it was in June of 2018. I was in the Trump hotel and he came up to me and said, Lev, I was told that you're the guy that I need to speak to speak to Trump. I didn't like Ron DeSantis, didn't know Ron DeSantis at the time. The only thing I knew about Ron DeSantis is that I saw him on TV as a governor. I mean, as a congressman on Fox TV. At that time, Adam Putnam, the agriculture committee head of the agriculture commissioner, was the leader in running for governor of Florida, which I was supporting. Ron DeSantis came up to me and said to me if I could support him. And I said to him, I'll never forget, I said, Ron, why would I support you? I'm pro-cannabis. You're anti-cannabis. Why would I want a anti-cannabis governor in the state where I'm, trying to, have cannabis be legalized all over the country? DeSantis, we spoke, he left. And the next day he called me at about, I'll never forget, I think it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I was still sleeping. Before I could say anything, he said, Lev, I want to see you today. He goes, we're in session. After I come out, after we vote in session, I'll meet you at the hotel. He came to the hotel, and I'll never forget that. As soon as he came up to me. As soon as he shook my hand, he said, "I'm in." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'll give you legalization of cannabis as if you introduce me to Donald Trump and get me his support." At that time, this is how things in Washington was being done, and they're still being done to the same way. That's why I'm going there with guys like John to uncover. I need fighters like John alongside of me, so when I bring the receipts, I have people that are not going to follow with the old regimes and stand up and fight for truth and justice and accountability
Well,
because truth to
I got
power.
some new intel. I got some new intel to share on DeSantis beyond my new lawsuit. Um, there is a guy that's here in Pinellas County that's running, it's primarying not Anna Luna, Ashley Moody, and his name's Chris Gleason, and he's actually I met him 2 years ago when I was running for Congress in 24, and to me, I don't agree with any of his politics, but he is a man of honor, and he's just filed criminal complaints and has outed Ashley Moody, Ron DeSantis, and Susie Wiles and Brian Donald um, for uh, for accepting laundered Chinese Communist Party money into their PACs and their campaign accounts from a Chinese control company called iGas here in
Oh,
Tampa. So if you
oh,
Google Gleason iGas CCP Ashley
eh, eh,
Moody, so you guys can all look at that. It's all out
I,
there now, and what that
I know.
means. So we got a Republican uh, bulldog attacking the corrupt DeSantis RICO enterprise, and of course, Bondi was part of that too. She took money from the same CCP
Well,
iGas
well,
donation
eh,
network.
Hey,
So
hey, hey, John. Hey, John. I'll give you even a better one. If you haven't read the book, I'll send you the book. You need to because that whole cabal where it comes from a group called Ballard and Associates.
yes,
Brian, the
Ballard,
leader.
exactly.
Well,
Yes.
Brian Ballard.
So
I used to.
we're on like two sides of the same issue here.
Let me give you a little information. I worked for Brian Ballard. I'm the one that brought him to Washington D.C. I know Pam Bondi. I know how she got her Qatar contracts. I know Susie Wiles.
Mhm.
I know how she made money with Venezuela. What's his name? Just got indicted and convicted here. Rubio's butt buddy for the Venezuela 50 million taking Maduro money and paying who? Brian Ballard, Susie Wiles, and that whole cabal. So trust me when I tell you, there's a lot coming down this, and there's more lawsuits, and the fact that they're going to
Mhm.
turn on each other is not even the case. But I'll tell you another thing, it's not DeSantis doesn't really care what's going to go on in Florida. He's given it up because he had hopes of having his wife run for governor once Trump basically shut that down. Now DeSantis is going to take a position in Trump's administration. He is trying to become his attorney general. And that's the news I
Mhm.
could tell you. But we'll see what happens, what's going on. But I got to run because
Sure.
my wife is going to kill me. I want to thank each and every one of you. John, thanks for joining us. I can't click you off. You got to exit off yourself. I wish you a happy Mother's Day, but you're not a mother. But if you have any women in your life, wish them a
I
happy
have
Mother's Day from us.
the beautiful mom of my three kids. So I
Wow.
reach out
That's
there every year. So
Amen. Amen. God bless. And we'll reach out about the campaign soon and we'll
all
get
right,
going and start doing some stuff together. Thank you for coming up,
all
John.
right.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for having
sharing.
me on, guys. Thanks.
Keep having
Good
the
to see
fight.
you, Bill.
Take care. Take care. So, guys, I want to just say thank you so much for coming and for every one of you for joining us for this incredible special pre Mother's Day Love Remembers Q&A. I was honored to have my incredible sister Ludmila today as my co-host. It was great to have our special guest, John Liccione, who's running for Congress, also another fighter, one of our own here, one of our subscribers, one of our wolf pack that fights there. Great news. I hope everybody enjoyed a little story time with love. We'll do a lot more of those. And like I said, for all of you out there, the biggest gift I could just say to you is one thing: no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter who you're with, even if you're by yourself, love conquers hate. And we will get our democracy back. And we
God
will
bless you.
be, you know, God bless all of you. I love you. The happy
I love
Mother's
you,
Day to
baby. Have
all
a
of you.
blessed day. Mwah.
Again, to
Love you.
everybody. And I will see you guys Monday, unless something major breaks out there. I'll see you Monday. But stay tuned. I will have a special letter tomorrow for you guys with an
Bye.
update. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.